I was still dancing to the music.
Cute.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our second annual holiday bonus episode.
Woo!
And at least Chrissy knows what's happening tonight.
Kind of. I have.
Unlike last year with Tiffany, where she had no clue what was coming.
I know someone amazing is coming this time, and I have like potential ideas.
Well, we'll
But
get
I'm
to
not
that in a second.
totally flabbergasted that fucking Tiffany Mitchell was in front of me and I didn't know what to say. So there's that.
We'll get to that in a second. But welcome to the holiday bonus episode. All I want for Christmas is Winterfest, and she's gone like always.
All I want for Christmas is my webcam not to randomly stop working. It's the first of many times it will happen.
This is our annual holiday bonus episode. As you guys are watching this is December 15th. So welcome. This is an exciting night. We have a gift for you to open. We have someone backstage waiting to make an appearance. Yeah, but first and foremost, as always, Chrissy, what are you drinking tonight? I should have made this little thing you read.
It's okay. I have it's like a seltzer water, but it's like cherry limeade flavor. It's pretty good.
I am drinking. Oh, there we go. I changed it. I am drinking for the second year in a row Starbucks sugar cookie oat milk chai.
Oh, did you have that last year?
Yes, I did.
Did you? Oh my god.
Yes, I did. And this is a nice little plug for my job.
Latte for gin.
Latte for gin.
Sugar milk latte.
Speaking of my job, I created another TikTok. This time it's holiday related. Do you want to see it? Too bad. You're going to see it.
Why the hell not?
Here we go. Let's play it.
Let's move out. Fire in the hole.
That's awesome.
I had to show it because of last time. But we're just gonna get right into your gift, and then we will move on to the next thing. So we're gonna bring this in, Chrissy. If you do not mind, is that right? Is that English? Okay.
Yeah.
If you don't mind opening your gift for everyone to see, take it out, take it out, take it out.
Here's the box, and I kind of started working on the folds a little bit because it was and this has been sitting in my house for like 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks now.
You tried to open this multiple times.
Yeah, they really Amazon really said no, you're not. You're gonna have to work for this. This must be really good. All right, we have movement.
How much would you like it if it was just a box inside a box? And that's all you got was a box.
Okay. All right.
Oh, it really is a box inside a box.
There are multiple boxes in here. Let's see what this is.
I don't know. Those other boxes might be something. I don't know. No, they're not. Okay.
Whoa. Oh my god, that's cool as shit! Holy shit, they're pop sockets of us. It's Survivor buffs.
Wait, there's one missing.
My guy fell. Hold on, or my girl fell. Oh my god, this is so cool.
There should be 3 of them.
Wait, who made these? Okay, let's put.
There should be 3 of them.
I got separated.
I don't know if they're supposed to be attached, but there should be 3 of them.
All right, hold on. Let me. Oh, okay, hold on. What are you drinking tonight? CJ Unedited Podcast. That's.
Now put it with the rest. Do you see who they are? Do you see it? Do you get who it is? It's you, me,
and
one other person.
Is this the wait? Who makes pop sockets? Is it?
No, just.
Okay, so Old School Survivor.
Okay, no. This is not part of your gift. This is not part of who's here.
Well, then who is that?
That's Todd.
That's what I'm saying. Todd Herzog,
Yes.
who, by the way, has the same exact birthday as me. Like, not
Really?
even just the same birthday, like January 29th, 1985. Like, we were born on the same day.
Whoa.
So if he's the guest, I'll ship my. Wait, did he make this? Okay,
Yes.
Just do it.
Just show everybody the thingy.
Because I know you got one right from him before.
Yes, I have one I have a Gavin one.
That's why it connected, because of Gavin. And I said, does Gavin make those? And you said, no, Todd from Survivor China. Holy shit.
And then do you see the plank behind them? We're going to have to figure out how to station them. They need to be super
Well,
good
my
down.
girl
But
fell.
the wood behind them says
Todd fell.
CJ Unedited.
CJ Unedited Podcast.
Just glue their feet down because you need to. That's stressing me out that they're not.
I'm going to reconstruct this, but I need to put it up high because I don't want the dog fucking with this. Wow, this is really freaking cool.
All right.
Oh my
Chrissy.
God, we have torches?
Okay, cool. You got your gift. Now,
I'm excited.
all season long, I have been promoting that we will have a old school Survivor winner
I think you
on our show. Who are your top 5 people that you think it might be?
Okay, well, you said they were from my favorite seasons. So,
Yes.
and my favorite seasons are China, like the whole golden age, even Gabon, but also millennials versus Gen X. But we've already had Adam Klein,
Okay.
and
So
then you
who
said
do
old.
think-
You
who
said
do
old
you think
school.
could be backstage? I need
So
names.
you said based on this gift.
It doesn't have to do with the gift.
Okay.
I need names.
Okay. If it's based on the gift, I think it's Todd from China. If it's
Okay.
not based on the gift, I think it's Ethan from Africa, or I think it might be. Who else could you get? Like, could you get like Vesepia? Like, how many people actually answer DM? I don't know. I think those are my top 3. Those are my
Do you want to find out who
or
is
like Sandra started answering messages again? I don't know. Yes, I want to find out who's there. Let's go.
You said it could be Sandra open answering
I know she
messages.
started answering DMs again. I don't know. Bring in the guests.
I will tell you that this person is really good friends with Sandra.
What if Tiffany Mitchell comes back?
Oh yeah, it's Tiffany Mitchell, of course. All right, let us find out who is back
God, the dog's barking. What do you mean?
stage.
I'll read the last vote. Winner of Survivor China.
It's me. Hi, Chrissy.
Hi, I'm Chrissy. We were born on the same day. You won my
I
favorite
didn't know
season
that, and I
ever.
love that. What
Oh my
time
gosh.
were you born?
Like, what time of day?
Yeah, do you know?
I think it was like noonish, like in the afternoon.
So I'm like I was like 8:15 in the morning. So a little bit older.
You're a few hours older than me. Oh my God. It's crazy.
Well, hello. It's nice to meet you.
Wow, this is crazy. I haven't like seen a lot of you, so this is really exciting. It's nice
I'm
to meet
here.
you.
It's nice to meet you too.
Well, Todd, welcome to the show first and foremost.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And thank you for these cool pop songs.
Yes, you're welcome. That's what I do is I make custom Funkos. Like they're just what I do for my job. And so yeah, those are the 3 of us and we're doing the podcast together.
Oh my
And
God.
yeah.
He was like, it doesn't have anything to do with the gift. I was like, yeah, it does. That's fucking Todd back there.
So for those who don't know who Todd is the winner of season 15 Survivor China. He went out, he lived his dream, and he won his dream. But Todd, for those who don't know you, take it away. Introduce yourself.
Hello, what's up? I'm Todd. I did win Survivor China back in 2007, which is crazy because it was almost 15 years ago, which blows my mind because I was 22 years old. So you do the math there. But it was my dream. It was my childhood dream. I started watching when I was almost 16. I applied 3 times before I made it, finally got on, and just got really lucky with the game itself. I consider myself a student of the game of Survivor, so I went out there and I played hard.
Well, we are excited. You are our third, I think third Survivor player that we've had on. Second to be on the holiday, second person to be on our holiday bonus episode. So it's fun. But before we go into any discussion, I have to ask, what are you drinking tonight?
I have two. I have water, and then this is called Zip Fizz, which is just flavored water from Costco. It's really delightful.
That's what I have, flavor water too. Got my
It's
cherry
so good.
lemonade. Delicious.
No offense, never mind. I was gonna say not the 37-year-olds having water and me having caffeine.
Yeah, because your heart can take it. You're 11 years younger than us.
But my Zip Fizz has B12 energy, so close enough.
There you
Okay, fair enough. So, Chrissy, I know you had questions prepared for everybody. I just have to say, first and foremost, we'll probably get into it a little bit later down the road too. Your final tribal council was the best final tribal council in the history of Survivor. And unfortunately, Marianne took your spot when she whipped out her idol. But you shutting John Rivera up was iconic. Just wanted to get that out of the way. Cool. That's my little thing. Chrissy, ask questions. I don't know.
Want me to start with questions? Okay. I have so many. Okay. So let's start. So this season aired in September 2007, and we were both 22. I actually this is funny because when I watched this season, it was the first season I watched live in a while because I had just graduated college and I was teaching in a Catholic school, very low income, and I was living with my parents, and my mom knew that, prior to me leaving for college, I would always watch this since I was 15, 16 when it started. And I would always watch Survivor every Wednesday. So I was wondering, just going into the game, I think you kind of covered it in your intro, but were you a faithful watcher? Were you what we would call nowadays a super fan? Or were you recruited? How did that work back then? I hate to say back then, but it's kind of getting to that point. It was the golden age of Survivor.
It is that point. It is definitely a back then type of thing, which is absolutely insane because I'm wow, really 15 years? So yes, I was a super fan. I was a die-hard Survivor fan. I even created a Survivor club in high school where we had 40 plus people would come over to my house every Thursday night to watch Survivor, and we would bet on who we thought would win, and then we would do our own mini Survivor challenges, and I was voted most likely to appear on Survivor. It was crazy. I was a psycho. So as soon as I was old enough to audition, because back then you had to be 21, is when I sent my first tape in. And my first one I sent for Cook Islands, and I didn't hear anything. Second, I sent for Fiji, and I actually made it to finals in casting, but then got cut. And then so I tried one more time for China, and that's where I got fortunate enough to make it all the way.
See, now I did a couple tapes in my 20s, and then I was just nothing's ever happening with these tapes. Let me just stop. And now I'm just in the mini and LRG community. I don't know if you're familiar with the people who play LRGs.
Oh yeah.
Since you kind of described something like that, that you used to do before you went on the show. So,
so I want to say this. This is something I planned this perfectly. This episode will air on December 15th, 2022. Todd won Survivor on December 16th, 2007. We are 1 day shy of his 15-year anniversary of winning the game.
Which is wild. 15 years ago.
I started watching this show. Funny enough, I don't think I even told you this, Chrissy, but my very first episode ever of Survivor was Todd winning Survivor.
Oh, really? Your first live episode?
That was ever. Any episode ever was that episode. And then I never watched it again until Cagayan.
You probably had to go
Oh,
back.
wow.
You're probably
That
like,
was
what happened?
And then I watched every season since then multiple times. But yeah, it's all started with Todd, and I always remember him winning, and that's the moment that every time I see it, I always just I have that vision in my head of you hugging Courtney and hugging Amanda, and then running off to see your family, and that's always in my brain. Mainly for the fact that you guys went from being in China to being in Hollywood without a cut, so that was like.
I remember Jeff told us at Final Tribal Council right when it finished, he was like, "You guys are gonna love the way that there is no crazy intro or anything. It literally will just cut to me and then cut back to the live stage." And I was like, I don't know, I want the stupid intro. That's
Oh,
like
he had no jet ski
stuff.
situation. That was I remember. They were just like,
Yeah.
and now we're in LA.
But yeah, it was pretty wild, I won't lie.
I'm sorry, Chrissy. Did you have a plan going in to the game of were you going to remain low? Were you going to be a strategic threat? What was your sorry, Chrissy, this is a question for that you had.
You're fine. I got
the truth is when you go into the game of Survivor, you can't have a very specific plan because you don't know who you're playing with. So in casting and everything, I made a silent connection with Jamie. And so in my mind, the whole time we were before filming, I was like, that's the girl I'm going to play with. That's the girl I'm going to play with. And she wasn't even on my tribe. You know what I mean? And so it was like, okay, well, screw that. So then my next goal was literally get to know everybody on my tribe and feel who I'm comfortable with. But I knew for a fact that I needed to get the smaller people together because I'm not a physical threat. I am not a, muscular athletic person by any means. I was like, there's no way that they're going to keep me around unless I have the numbers. So my goal was to gather together the other small people and then use the big guys to win and, make them feel comfortable until they were no longer needed.
Okay. I mean, you were just a twig. That's exactly what you were.
Yes.
You were.
that makes sense because Courtney was like the tiniest person to ever play.
Yes.
That I know of.
So it was me, Courtney,
Amanda was
and
tiny,
Denise.
but she was super strong, especially at the
end. She was
end.
super strong.
I remember cheering on Courtney when she carried that pole because she even said, "I don't think I'm going to be able to do this," and then she carried that pole in the very first
challenge.
challenge.
Hilarious. Remember we paid. What did we have? It was like the one Zoom we paid for, and she popped in, and now she's like my age too. And I was like, oh, she was so funny. She was hilarious.
Courtney's the greatest person alive. Like, I love her to death.
She was really funny on that show.
Do you actually meet Jeff in the casting process?
Yes.
So that's what I always wonder because when you guys do yours a little, and you in the red, what's your name? And I'm like, bitch, you know his name. Like,
oh yeah, no, he knows everybody's names. He knows everything about you. Like he's a major part of casting. That's all for the cameras so that it like is telling a story.
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to keep going with questions?
Yeah, sure. I'll pop in whenever I have stuff.
Okay. So
this was for you.
I have a couple planned for each person I thought it could be. Okay. So I'll just kind of go through like the game and then I have some questions about like your thoughts about like Survivor now versus like back then. Do you still watch?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm still a diehard.
I figured. I'll just check it. So all right, pre-merge, your tribe was like really dominant, yes. Which I think was awesome. It was kind of like funny thinking back to like the other tribe. They were kind of messy and it was like fun to watch. But there were like quite a few players in your tribe that were like kind of like me when I play LRGs. Like I'm really honest. It's not always like the best strategy, but for some reason it just works for me. But you had like Leslie, Courtney, Denise, even James to some degree. They were all just like super freaking honest, like to a point where I was like, wow. So I guess my question is like, do you think that was like just their personalities and like who they were? Or do you think it was like, do you think you guys strategized so well that you felt like they all felt maybe you were like their number one, or that you were like tight enough with them that they would just like Leslie literally was like, "Hey, I got clue to an idol. You want to know where it is?" Like,
That's what I was gonna say. She literally told you I have an immunity idol clue, and you said, I don't know why she's told me that. She's sick. I'll just vote her off, and I'll be the only one who knows.
yeah, you're like, I can't believe she told me that. Like,
So here's the thing is
she was so sweet.
I'm pretty friendly. Like I could be friends with pretty much anybody. But I also like I was a flight attendant. I worked at Disney World. I've worked in customer service. So I really know how to talk to people of all ages, all backgrounds, and like I'm not afraid to. And so a lot of what you don't see on camera is I was a very talkative, interactive person with every single person on the tribe.
Mhm.
So when you get to know somebody, obviously they feel comfortable enough to confide in you. And James even said to me, you know, he was like, I do the hard work, you do the talking, because I can't do the talking, you can't do the hard work. And I was like, thanks, James. But like it's true, you know what I mean? Like I knew what my strengths were, and it's people. Like I'm pretty decent with people, and so I think because of that, because I'm not threatening and I'm kind of a chatterbox, like I can talk forever. I feel like people felt comfortable enough to come to me and share all of this information with them. But I also ask a lot of questions with them out there. I wanted to get to know who they were as people, where they came from, what their backgrounds were, what their stories and lives were like. And I think people appreciate that because instead of being, you know, just another contestant, they're a human being.
See, that's interesting because you're like even more of a social player than like they showed. Like, because you're obviously like a great strategic player, probably the best strategist on that season. But then, like, you're also like, we're also learning that about you. You know what I mean? So that's awesome.
I
What were
think
gonna
you
say?
need that though with this game. You need to be able to be like, because yeah, you have to do the outwit, outplay, but you have to be able to be like, you have 3 kids. Their names are this, and this. I learned all this information about you. Yeah, did I have to vote you off? Yeah, but that was for me to be here. But it's
I
like,
mean, I feel like Xander was almost a very perfect example as to why he didn't win the game. Yes, he was very good at challenges, and it seemed like he was a very nice person. But if you looked at anybody from their after interviews, like he wasn't personable. Like they didn't know who he was, and he didn't know who they were. And it's like, well, if you don't care about someone, why in the world should they give you $1 million?
exactly.
Fair.
So.
Absolutely.
I still can't believe Leslie told you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. Okay. My next question. Okay. Okay, so honest. Okay. So I don't think you want to go?
No, go ahead.
I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, but in the merged part of the game, you never won individual immunity?
No.
Okay. So it's
That's what I was about to add.
interesting. In my LRG career, like a career, whatever, they're fun games, whatever. With Survivor Philly, I also never won an immunity, but like I was close a whole bunch of times, but I think it like really benefited me. Do you think the fact that you never won was like beneficial? And I think
Absolutely.
yeah,
Like,
I think so.
I was like you. I never won, but I was always close. I always did pretty well. So I was useful, but I wasn't a threat because anybody could beat Todd. Courtney beat me in one of the challenges. You know, like
the one where
she won a challenge. And so right there, it's like, okay, Todd isn't going to win the next challenge, so we can just get rid of him then. But, you know, you do that long enough and you just shot yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
Did you throw any of them or were you just like...
No, I tried so hard. I tried so hard.
Yes, same. Okay. Do you want to ask one? It's my favorite season.
I feel like it's unfair for you guys because you guys had a lot of physical challenges. Granted, I know you guys were in China, and that's the kind of like atmosphere that it is. It's like a lot of like toughness out there. Because you watched 14 seasons before. were you expecting that? I don't know, those type of challenges, that many like physical challenges back to back to back to back, or were you guys like given insight to like, I don't know, like it just seemed like it wasn't. It seemed like you guys had more challenges, hard challenges.
One thing that I also tell people when they go to Survivor or whatever is don't expect anything. Take it from like Julie Chen Moonves. You know, expect the unexpected because nothing is going to be as you want it to be. So I literally went into this game and I knew of what has happened in the past. And I would always say like, oh, this is what usually happens, or this is the kind of thing that you can expect. But like, I never wanted to assume, because I feel like when you start assuming and you start to feel too comfortable and confident, that's when you get screwed. And so I'd rather just go in, see what we have, and then go from there. Because just like I did with Jamie, you know, like I assumed that Jamie would be my ride or die, but she wasn't even on my tribe. So it was like, why? That was stupid. So I feel like you can go in and you can like know previous challenges and that could possibly help. But at the same time, unless you build that obstacle course or whatever in your backyard, you don't know if you're going to be any good at it.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, look at it. Look at here. Look at Amanda and freaking fans versus favorites. That wasn't the first time I think that they either, or was it? No, was she in Heroes versus Villains? Okay.
Yeah.
In Heroes versus Villains, they had the whole keep your hand above the water bucket thing. And she literally just gave that up to go pee. And I'm like, okay, listen, I would have freaking like peed my pants. Like,
oh yeah.
I feel like there's challenges that people really want to win and people really want to lose. And like you said, if you don't build that, you're not going to know how to do it yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Like I would have peed my pants too. And I remember cursing her out while watching the TV. I'm like, man, this is your time. Like, come on, you got to get the win at some point. But no.
Was there a challenge that stands out as like the most difficult, or one that was just like overly grueling, or like?
Yes. Oh my gosh. So there was one where we were like attached to a rope and we had to run into a swamp and then like flip over things and then go up a hill and around a pole and then down the hill. And then we had to pick a key of a true or false question and then go back through the swamp and do it all over again. It was like final 6.
I'm like, when did this happen?
And I should have won, but then I was really stupid and I picked the wrong key for my very last key. And it was the gunpowder was invented in China or barbed wire was invented in China. And I picked barbed wire because I don't know why I thought that. But I mean, I promise you, I got halfway through that swamp and I was like, oh my gosh, I know this is wrong, but you have to finish. Anyway, so that challenge took over an hour. Like it took so long because that swamp is just 1.5 foot of mud and then water. And it was like day, 30, 31 or something. So we're dying of starvation, have no energy. And yeah, so that was very, very hard.
That sounds really hard because that's like it's like grueling, and then there's very specific skill sets involved too, and it's like you have to think very hard, like knowledge wise, on very little food. Like I always said in LRG, like playing like a 2-day game, like a 1 or 2 day game. I'm like, dude, I'm hungry. Like how these people 30 some freaking days, like.
Well, think about it now. They're playing with hardly anything. They don't get anything now. So like. Imagine playing now with hardly any food.
They don't get rice. I forget they don't get.
Please. That is. I do not feel bad for them. Our rice went moldy on day 6. Okay,
you're getting to one of my other questions.
You guys lived in a swamp on day 6. Okay,
like we had no food. I lost 28 pounds, and I was not even a big guy to start with. So like, I do not feel bad for them at all because to me, the last 9 days was the hardest. And that's still 4 days before they finished the game. Like I'm sorry.
Did you guys have like a cave?
It was a hole, but we called it the cave.
All right. Something to get rid of the rain.
Yeah, we had like this hole that was dug out in the side of this like dirt wall, and nobody wanted to go in there. Like everybody was like, ew, no. And it was literally just a hole, but like it would pour rain. And me and Courtney were like, okay, you guys can stay out here in the rain and we'd go sit in the hole. And then it got really popular because nobody wanted to get in the rain. And it was like, oh, get out of our hole. You know, we like it.
This is our game.
It's cool because it was. You only think it's cool when it's not anymore. It's one of those situations.
Exactly.
You want me to keep going with questions?
I don't know. I'm making.
Okay.
I don't have a list. I'm just making them up as I go.
I just came up with another one. Okay. So and I'm kind of all over the place, so like redirect me if you want. So okay, merge. We talked about the merge, people being an honest player, the immunity challenges. So I know you guys, I don't want to say like steamrolled because you did vote people in your own tribe out. And it was interesting that you kind of like orchestrated the blind side of John Rivera, and then like Amanda, based on the show, seemed to orchestrate the blind side of James. So it was like both of you had a really big move to claim at the end. As far as the other tribe went, like I guess my question is, who out of them did you consider like the toughest player or maybe like the biggest threat to win it? Like,
so once Jamie was our biggest threat because she was a talker, right? So, and we learned that when we were just on tribes and then we had kidnapped her for one of our challenges. And so we knew going into a merge that she would be our first target. Eric, who looked like he would be the biggest threat physically, was not. He was like really bad. He was like my level bad. So he did not become a target.
you just seem like a sweet kid.
We were like, okay, we need to, get rid of Frosty, and we need to get rid of Jamie, and we need to get rid of we wanted to get rid of PG, but then Eric did win that immunity challenge. Or PG won that immunity challenge, so we had to get rid of Eric first.
Okay. So like from the jump, it was always going to be Jamie from the other tribe.
Sharia, but that was like before the merge because Sharia was a pretty freaking beast in challenges.
Oh my God, I loved her. She's
great.
She was hilarious.
What was going? Okay, so you say in your final travel that you knew to get rid of Jean Robert. Jean Robert. I don't know how to say it. I'm gonna say it how I want to say it. JR, as Jeff called him, because that's probably why. Because he probably couldn't say it. But when was the moment you knew that you wanted to kick him out?
Okay, so what had happened was
the first day when he was like, that guy's a strategist, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted him gone pretty much the whole time, but you had to keep a hold of him for a while. But so I actually went to Amanda with the plan to blindside James.
Mm-hmm.
And
so it was your plan.
It was my plan.
Oh, that sneaky little devil. Okay.
It gets slightly more involved. So this was after immunity. James had not won. The plan was to get rid of James, blindside him. We had this whole idea of how to do it, just me and Amanda. But Jean Robert then pulled me aside and had the same idea, but basically almost the exact same thought process as mine. And so right there, I was like, oh no, he's thinking like me, which is more of a threat to me. So I need to get rid of him. So I went behind Amanda's back and I went straight to James and I said, James, Jean Robert wants to blindside you tonight. That, of course, got James all riled up, which we then flipped the vote onto Jean Robert. So we got rid of Jean Robert. And then after that, it was going to be James as well. But we went to the reward challenge and Frosty had won a reward and did a freaking backflip. And I saw him do a backflip and I was like, on day 27, how is he doing a backflip when I can barely walk upstairs? He's got to be the one to go next. So we got rid of poor Frosty then, and then we got rid of James.
And
That
this is
dude was
why
like, is he
you
doing
don't.
parkour or something? I don't know.
Oh yeah, he's parkour.
Okay, he does. Okay. That's like all I thought when I was watching him. I was like, oh my God, he's so nimble.
If
He's
you're
like,
watching this, take that as advice. If you are on day 27, don't act
do a
like you're
backflip.
fine.
do a backflip.
He did a freaking backflip, and it was like there was like a bamboo pole that was like a barrier type thing, and it was off of that, so it wasn't even just like a woo. It was like, let me run and fly through the sky, land on a bamboo thing, and flip off of it. I was like, that's not okay.
Well, remember, you guys were looking for, remember, like the idols were attached to that like walkway or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And the one, I think it was you found the one that you gave James. I can't remember, but he like climbed up on the structure. Like you and Amanda are like poking it with a rod. And he just climbs up on the freaking structure. And you were like, get over here. You can't tell anybody I have this.
Seriously, because I mean, that's literally his profession. Is he's a professional parkour artist who travels the world just doing performances of this. And he told me this, but he told everybody else that he was a film student. And I was like, you do realize who you have told that you're a parkour artist? Like, come on now. But I honestly didn't know what parkour was, and he had to tell me.
This is why I say whenever I get onto the show, I have two simple rules for myself. One, be open and honest. I'm a barista. Who's going to be afraid of a barista? But two, if I get a freaking hidden immunity idol, I ain't telling people shit.
Listen, it is so much easier to say that than actually do that. Because
Really?
I could not find the idol. I could not find it. So when Leslie had told me and I had judged her for telling me, I was like, she's crazy. Well, I kept getting clues and I could not find it. So I told Amanda and I was like, I need your help because I can't find this and somebody's going to find it at some point. But that's when I came up with the plan to steal James, make James give me the clue and then the idol thing. So yeah, that's where that all came from because
you guys were the first season to have them in plain sight, weren't you?
Yeah. But so, I mean, I've got it over here on my wall. Let me grab it.
Oh, memorabilia time. You don't get this every day on the show.
Whoa, we're about to see an idol.
You don't get this. Take that.
Wait, okay. Is this one of James's? You got it back?
No, this is just the front part. This isn't the whole thing.
That was the part of the structure. Okay.
So, but the clue talked about the bats. Okay. So we kept trying to tear these little bats off without realizing it was this whole thing.
Oh shit! Oh, that little edge is like a bat.
No, the bat. You can see the bat on the. Look at the. It's the whole piece. It's a bat.
Oh,
I'm pointing at the screen, like I'm trying to show you where it's at on my screen, and I can't do that.
No, I kind of see the tip of it. Okay.
So yeah. So, and it wasn't just this, it was also the wooden plaque that was originally attached back here.
It was like brown. Yeah. Okay.
So front, back is missing, but there's that part.
What did Jamie play? I forgot what she played.
So the padogas or whatever they're called, the little walkway things, there was one on each side.
Uh-huh.
But only one was the idol. One had nothing.
Yes, because there was two, because there was one from each camp.
There was 4 total. 2 idols, 2 fakes.
Oh yeah, because she played. It wasn't real. She tried to play it when she went out, and it wasn't real.
She also was the first player in the history to play a fake immunity idol, which was
play a fake idol.
You know what?
But it wasn't like fake idols are now. It wasn't constructed.
And she's married to what's his name, isn't she?
Yeah, to Eric.
To Eric.
That's cute.
But can you just imagine, though, 2 people made history in your season with idols. James getting voted out with 2, and then Jimmy getting the fake. At least, you know what? At least there wasn't a fucking stick.
It was, yeah. I mean, it was a pretty epic season. I won't lie. Not just because I won, but like the location, the theme, the cast. Like we had some unbelievable people on it.
I told my friend that I was telling you earlier that I want to be on Big Brother. It'd be funny because of everything. I got her started on Survivor, and it was your season, and she was rooting for you the entire time. And she goes, "You need to tell me that he wins, because if he doesn't win, I'm gonna be very disappointed that he doesn't win." And then it gets to the end, and she goes, "He ain't gonna win. Like, I'm hyping this man up, and he ain't gonna win." I had to keep my mouth shut because it's that.
Nobody thought I would. I mean, I still to this day I'm like, how do these people not get rid of me? I don't know, but I won't complain.
So
The other tribe kept like trying. Like it
Oh,
was
yeah.
I think I'm trying to think. I'm just trying to think.
I'm trying to-
PG kept trying to get me
PG
out
voted for you, right? Like almost the whole merge.
the whole time she was
PG
there.
Even when James left, I think.
you
I
got
remember.
5
Like my
votes
favorite
against you.
season, I remember a lot.
Yeah, and they were
What's-
pretty much all from PG.
All 5. You had 5 votes. PG was 3.
If she had
Eric
maybe
was 1,
tried
and
to do
Denise
it
was 1.
once.
I pulled up his Wikipedia
Denise?
page. Yeah,
Oh yeah, Denise voted
you on
for
the-
me. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I was like,
Denise
no, what? But yeah, you're right.
No, when did you? Okay, I think you just said it. You didn't think you were going to win.
No. Because like
You had no.
so going into Final Tribal Council, I was like, I've got this. After Final Tribal Council, I thought Courtney won. But obviously that didn't happen. I just heard her Final Tribal Council, and being there in person, I felt like she had the best fighting story. But I also, because I pissed off the most people, like Jean Robert hated me. Jamie was mad at me because I was the one who was like purposely targeting her over anybody else on her tribe. Frosty was upset because he was like my little buddy. And I mean, that's one thing that they didn't show is me and Frosty were like best friends. Like we were really close. And so he was like devastated that I blindsided him.
It's
But, like-
funny people that the one person who voted for you multiple times to be eliminated actually voted for you to win the game.
Yeah. But
I'm
PG
like-
was a game player. So
I
she
think
was the
she
one
knew,
person I
yeah.
knew would respect my game because she wanted to play hard. And she kept telling everybody, Todd's going to win this game if you let him go to the end. And I would just sit, like instantly fight right back and be like, PG's going to win if you let her go to the end of the game, because look at who's on the jury. You've got freaking Jamie, you've got Eric, you've got Frosty. Like right there, it's PG.
I mean, that's possible too, depending on who she was with.
Yeah.
Chrissy, I have one more
She had
question.
a fun story. It wasn't always like it was a little messy, but she had a fun story.
She's freaking awesome. I love PG
Yeah.
now. I hated her then, but now she's like the greatest.
Chrissy, I have one more question that I can think of before I let you ask more. Watching it from a viewer standpoint, when you got Jean Robert to become utterly speechless, what was going through your mind when James and everybody on the jury lost their shit?
I just remember like
Oh yeah, they were.
I was giving myself like a pat on the back. I was like, "That good job, Todd. Good job." You know, because like Jean Robert really doesn't shut up, and he's nonstop, and it's just always like blah 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 blah. But I knew that if I gave him an answer that he would like to hear, that made him feel good about himself, then he would approve. Like it would get the JR approval, because that's all he cares about.
I just remember his face. You were like, you did it, and he went, "That's all I got." And then James
he's
lost
like,
his crap. Jeff got mad at James for laughing, and like,
it was pretty
That
good.
was
It was
funny.
fun.
all right, Chrissy, go ahead.
Okay. So I had a question about Final Tribal, but he kind of touched on it. I guess. Okay. So going into Final Tribal, it's like the last day. You have the final 3. You guys have like your awesome breakfast. And, you know, your tribal council performance is widely regarded as one of the best in Survivor history, along with like Mary Ann, Chris from season 9 is another good one. Did you like prepare any of those like responses, or did they kind of just come naturally like off the cusp? Like,
So this
did you
is actually
anticipate what
one
anyone
of
would say or how anyone would feel?
this is one of like my favorite stories / answers, because I get that question a lot. Like, did I plan this? Did I think it through? So right before tribal council, you go into like a little tent where they give you a microphone, and you literally just wait until it's dark. But you're not allowed to speak, right? Like you're never allowed to. Well, final tribal council was different. We got there and got mic'd up, but because nobody was being voted out, we could talk. We could just talk about what we were excited about. So me and Courtney were just singing songs. We were singing Disney songs. We were laughing and joking. And Amanda was furious because she wanted to concentrate on what she was going to say. So Courtney and I were just like, we did this. And so we're celebrating the way that we want to celebrate because we're so excited. And to me, that was huge because no matter what went down in tribal council, I was going to go in there and I was going to be myself. I was going to answer all of the questions I possibly could, as honestly as I could, but I was going to let them know, like, I came here to play a game and only one of us gets to win. And so I didn't have to think or plan. And I think because of that, my answers didn't come off as scripted, whereas some of Amanda's, came off as scripted. And I feel like that's the same kind of advice that I would give to anybody who's making an audition tape is like, don't sit and think about what you're going to say. Just do it. Just turn on the camera and do it because they want a candid and a real version of you. Otherwise, you're going to come off as like, a robot telling a story, but that's not what people want to see. So going into tribal council, just own your game, know your strengths and your weaknesses, and be okay with it. I wasn't going to go in there and be like, I was so close at winning challenges because who cares? I didn't. And I knew I didn't because I'm not the strongest and that's fine. But it was definitely.
You know who had a game like that? This kid.
Gavin?
Oh. but he lost because of the fucking edge.
Robbed.
Like, it's fine. Like, it's fine. What do you think about that twist, the Edge of Extinction twist?
I mean, I'm glad it's not back.
Oh,
like, I figure like they tried it and it worked. It sure worked. It worked. So like Chris winning is like poetic in a sense of the story of the theme. But like, was that the game of Survivor? Not really. No. So like, I'm glad it's gone.
Chrissy, do you have any more questions?
I have two more.
Okay. Before we switch to the now, like the.
Oh, okay. One of them's about.
Before we switch.
One of them's about like analyzing 26 versus 30 some days. That.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I was about to start asking questions about today. Okay,
so I'll just ask this one then. Quick funny question. Do you think Jean Robert would fare well in current Survivor Twitter?
Survivor Twitter?
Do you think they would cancel it?
I'm not on Twitter.
I was like, let me just go for that question. I thought it'd be funny.
I don't know Survivor Twitter because I'm not on Twitter.
It's bad.
I think he'd be canceled immediately. I still think he's kind of funny though. And then,
but like, how can I see this? Where do I go? Where is Survivor
on your Twitter?
No. I can get on there, but like, is there a place?
Hop on Twitter like Wednesday nights. I don't know. Just people. Twitter is it's a very intense place.
Okay, first of all, social media we had MySpace back then. So Jean Robert
remember the top 8? Oh my god.
Of course, they're in the top 8.
Was Jean Robert in your top 8 on MySpace?
No, I don't even know what. Oh gosh, but no, Jean Robert would not survive. Period.
What'd you say?
He would not do well in social media in today's age at all.
I think he'd be canceled. And then my last question was like, who do you still like? Who are you still like friendly with from your cast? Who are like some survivors? It sounds like you're still good friends with Courtney.
So yes, I love Courtney. I love PG actually. So PG designed and made my wedding rings. Aww. So that was really awesome. And then Leslie actually lives here in Utah now. So that's awesome. I'm close with her. I still once in a while will talk to Sharia and Frosty and Denise. I haven't talked to Amanda in years because
Denise
she's
is in
just,
the LRG community.
yeah, Denise is the greatest. Like she's just Denise and she's 100% herself. And I think that's amazing. So good on her. But yeah, I would say Courtney, Leslie, Frosty, Denise, and PG. Once in a while, Jamie, but
Are you
not
still friends
often.
with Sandra?
Oh yeah, me and Sandra are super close. It's really weird because we've never played together, but we're like best friend. Like I love Sandra.
I feel like she's just one of those people that like you just invite over for Thanksgiving dinner and we're like, yo, what are you
Oh,
doing?
yeah. Except for she'd be like, "Is it Puerto weekend? Where's the rice and beans?"
um, okay, I want to ask because I think it's gonna be funny. This is a spear of the moment question. You said you had MySpace. If you had to put your top 8 people from your season in your
Or not this.
if you had to put people from your season in your top 8, who would you put?
So Courtney would be number 1, and then I would put so Courtney, PG, Leslie, Frosty, Denise, PG. I have to pick more.
That's fine. You're good.
No, I mean I like my
You
cast.
want
Like
chicken on the list now.
no, Chicken is a good guy. I put Chicken there.
Okay.
No, because like I don't dislike anybody from my cast really. I just don't necessarily get along. Like I don't get along with Eric, and that's not a secret. Me and Eric don't get along. I find him boring, and he doesn't like really. He's very like conservative. And then James, I just don't. I haven't spoken to him in years. Jean Robert is Jean Robert. You know, like
I wish I was there. I wish I was there the night that Chicken got voted out. Because there's stories that I could just tell from the damn. Oh
yes. I mean, and that goes down in history. Like freaking Chicken, man.
Well,
like
someone posted on YouTube. Imagine if he played again and he got eliminated. He'd be like, "Damn, again!"
We were all really, really surprised. I remember there was another guy on the try. We thought we were gonna. I forget his name.
What do you make of today's?
Yeah, that was okay. Now you're getting into.
What do you make of today's Survivor?
Okay, so like I'm all about, you know, having to adapt and change and keep people interested and intrigued. I think that's great. I love that they are, you know, they've been more inclusive of all different kinds of races and lifestyles. Like I think that's wonderful because instead of being like the token gay or the 2 black people, it's like it doesn't matter. Just get a bunch of cool people from all walks of life and put them out there, which is wonderful. So I love all of that. Sometimes I don't think the 26 days is, I think it's stupid. Like I feel like any Survivor fan that dreams of playing wants to play for 39 days. Now, granted, when you're out there, that sucks. But 26 days is not.
But like, let's say you're like the 3rd boot, you get a much longer journey. Like you get a what 9 or 10 days versus
9
like
days.
5 or 6.
Yeah,
I don't know. The first boot's gone in like 2 days off the island. Like it's just so quick. I don't know.
It's way too quick, and it's not really fair. And you know they talk about like not giving them food and stuff, and it's like okay, so you're saying that like ours was easier because we did start with rice that we ended up not being able to eat because it went moldy, you know? So like I don't understand how we didn't have coconuts, you know, we had monsoons. We had all of those elements. So, but you're calling it harder because you don't give them flint.
You weren't on a beach.
Yeah.
You
So
were in the
I don't know.
middle of the China like empire.
I personally feel like they go overboard with talking about how difficult it is so that, you know, people can rest assured that it's still hard. And I'm like, all right, well, you know, Family Visit was on day like 28. Guess what? New season of Survivor is done and over, and people are in their real beds by then. So, like, I don't know. It's still fun to watch. It's still great, and I'm sure I think that the hardest part would be you don't necessarily have the time to make the connections that you do when you're playing a 39-day season. Instead, it's all go, 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 twist, 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 plan, 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 hunting for all of these different kinds of weird idols and stuff. And it's like, it loses a little bit of the authenticity as far as relationships go.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's cool though that this year, these past new drop the 4, drop the 1, drop the 4, keep the 1, whatever. We've had 2 back-to-back women who have won.
I agree.
Both Canadian, may I add, which is why probably there's no Canadians in this cast. They're probably like, no, they're gonna keep trying to win.
Yeah,
We're
they're
gonna
like,
get rid of them.
You know, I'm Canadian, right?
I did know that.
Wait, what?
I'm
I'm a dual citizen.
Really?
Yeah.
I was today years old when I learned this.
So technically, I was the first. Sorry, Erica.
You have,
He was like,
because you kept
First
yours. Because I know, wasn't Aris?
No. That was a lie that they made up. Is they said that I had to choose whether or not I was staying a dual citizen or not. That's a lie. I am still a dual citizen, but people were pissed because Canadians could not apply. I applied. I didn't lie about it. It was after we were done filming, and then I got a call from Lynn Spillman, the head of casting, and she was furious. She was like, "You didn't tell me you were Canadian." I'm like, yeah, I did. Anyway, sorry.
where's that, Bessie?
I mean, I love this. Just old school Survivor is just 39 days. I don't know. You have people like Sari who has played multiple times and never won. You have all these people that you watch their journeys and you watch their struggles because of 39 days.
Yes.
Does it suck that like Sari got voted out because there was no other option? Yes. But she got history. But you're looking at these people that you have, no offense, but these sayings are not like, yeah, they're cool, they're fun. But
so, I mean, here's the thing.
The whole search for an idol.
Yeah, yes. I do love like they've got some excellent casting. I feel like they've got some really wonderful, strong characters that they've been able to cast, especially on 42. I really liked a lot of the cast on 42. Like, I feel like if you were to put some of these people in a 39-day season, instead of having all of these stupid twists, you know, and the 26 days, we would be able to see some real hardcore gameplay. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, and you would get to know people, like, get to see their character a bit more, which is always interesting, and see their relationships forming. Like, so, okay, I don't want to, like, not to give spoilers, but we didn't know, like, how like, I won't say anything about the boot, but like, we don't know how close Noelle and Dwight were on this season.
Right.
No, I already know who got booted.
Okay. Well, I mean,
so
I don't know.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like that, and the whole Baca Vessi thing, like that was hardly addressed other than
seriously
them helping them in that one challenge. Whereas like your season, it was like very clear that it was like you know, Courtney and Amanda, and then like you kind of had Denise like in the background, like that was, and those relationships were very evident.
Well, I think Sandra really hit it on an idol of the Island of the Idols when she told, I don't remember who she told, but she said like when they just went, her and Rob went on and on and on and on and on about their personal lives, and they just kept talking and talking, and then they're like, we're gonna quiz you now about us. And it's one of those things is you have to remember every detail because it could come down to it at Final Trouble where they're like, you don't know anything about us. Really, like I said earlier, I know you have 3 kids. I know you're married to a guy named Jess. It is Jess, right?
It is Jess, yes.
Okay. You're married to a guy named Jess. You do Funko Pops. Like you know all this stuff. And that shows to the jury member, wow, they actually remember this.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, like it's the social part of the game, you know, especially now, like a lot of it is luck.
Yeah.
And so if you're lucky enough to make it to the final 3, you better have a damn good social game or you are not going to win.
Yeah. Chrissy, do you have any more Survivor questions? Because I feel like we're keeping this man for a little bit, but I have a game, and then I want to talk about holidays. It's the
Oh,
holiday.
are you doing
episode.
fiery questions?
We are, but no, I have some Survivor trivia first.
Oh gosh.
Oh shit, am I playing?
And it's the best you can do in 2 minutes or less.
Okay. I guess, all right, let me wrap up this question then. Is there a player like the new era that you like identify with, or that you feel like either played like you, or you just like, do you have a favorite player from the new era that you've like enjoyed watching, I guess? Sorry to put you on the spot. I just thought of that question.
Oh no, that's a really good question.
My favorite last season was Lindsay. I'm still like, the jury's still out on this season. I don't know.
So I really liked Mike from last season. I thought Mike was he was a really nice guy. And I feel like what really screwed him over at the end was like he shot himself in the foot. But I don't think he knew that I think he believed he was telling the truth when he was lying. Does that make sense?
Oh, like at the final travel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that.
I met him at a Bryson Wen event, and he's really nice.
Is he?
Yeah, he's like really like one of the nicest people I met, next to like Russell Swan's up there too. Just like
Russell's one of the
nice
nicest
forever.
people ever, right? Russell Swan.
Yeah, like some people, like you'll meet them and they'll just be like, "Oh hey," like you know, what I mean? Some
Oh,
survivors.
I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
They just be. I'll be
I've
nice.
met, like, physically talked to like this one-on-one. It's been you, Adam, Lisa Stenger from Survivor New Zealand, Gavin, and Devins. Those are the ones that I've actually had the benefit of talking to like this, like actually getting to ask questions to. And you're very personable, and I think that's one of the reasons why I was like, okay, I'm gonna shoot my shot here and ask Todd if he'll be on the show. Like,
Well, thank you. Honestly, this is the way I look at it, especially when it comes to Survivor fans. I started off as a Survivor fan, and I met some former players before I was ever on the show, and I remember who was nice to me.
mhm.
I remember who helped my dream become a reality, and I remember who wasn't. And so I'm like, why in the world would I now be a dick to someone? Like, I don't want to. I don't have any right to do that. I'm not better than anybody. I'm still a Survivor fan.
Mhm.
And so if I can do it, I'm willing to do it.
Yeah.
You know, plus, I mean, if you guys are nice to me, I should have no reason to be nothing but nice back.
Well, I hope I really stood up to your comment about me being a very nice person when you said that. I was like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean I've seen nice? Like,
What?
you messaged me on even when we were talking on Instagram. You said you just seem like a nice person. I go, what? What do you mean?
Oh, yeah. No, because like your Instagram, when I was going through your pictures, you're like this. And I was like, wow, he's just like, he's
that's what Ace
happy.
James would make though.
That's me on a daily basis.
Instead of like, you know, you were doing all of the like, I'm happy to be alive.
So I want to do this. 2 minutes. You got to get as many as you can. There are 30 in 2 minutes. Chrissy, do you have a stopwatch?
I can set one on the computer.
Okay.
So wait, how does it work?
I'm going to ask the timer is going to start after I ask the first question. You answer, then we go to the next question.
Just me?
Just you.
Oh.
Chrissy's already done this list. It literally says Chrissy's list.
Okay.
Is this the one that I did with Alex Gardner?
No, this is the one you did with Ian in the very beginning.
Oh, okay, that one's easier. Okay.
Am I gonna know any of like I should?
Yes,
I know.
I think you'll be okay.
Listen, I don't know if you guys know a kid named Corey Tugwell. Have you ever heard of him? He does a lot of online Survivor stuff. Anyway, like there was a challenge where it was me against him answering Survivor China trivia, and he beat me. Okay.
Oh my god.
Well, how are you supposed to know? Do you watch your season?
Yeah, remember that Kahoot thing with Tiffany from 41? We were like, what are these questions? It was insane.
Just before we go into this, does Jess watch Survivor with you?
Yes, he wasn't. He had never watched it before me, but
okay,
he watches now. Yes.
And when were you married?
Well, 2 years ago, November 11th is going to be our 2-year wedding anniversary.
Congratulations.
Aw.
Thank you.
Are you ready, Chrissy?
All right, hold on. Let me find the timer. Okay.
Are you ready, Todd?
Yes.
Okay.
All
I
right.
literally, you said you're a big Survivor fan, so I was like, oh shoot, I got to bring this out. Are you ready? Either of you, Chrissy?
Yes.
Timer.
Todd's like, I'm excited for this. He's like, let's do this.
No, I'm really nervous.
Oh, don't be just fun.
Don't be nervous. Are you ready, Chrissy?
Yup. You want me
Start
to?
start
you
the
want me to give you a
timer
3, 2,
after I
1?
read the first question.
Okay.
What castaway holds the record for winning the most individual immunity challenges over their Survivor career?
I want to say Rob.
Correct. Finish the line. Fire represents your life. Once it's gone.
So are you.
The longest season of Survivor is?
Australia.
Correct. Who is the lone member of the ill-fated Oolong tribe to make it to the jury in Survivor Pullout?
Stephanie.
Who is the first Big Brother alum to play Survivor?
Hayden.
2 players are considered to have played the perfect game. Name one of them.
Denise.
No. Cochran and JT.
Okay.
What 4 words does Jeff say to someone when he touches their snuffs their torch?
The tribe has spoken.
Correct. Name one of U.S. Survivor's 2-time winners.
Sandra.
What Survivor famously gave away his prize of a brand new truck as part of an immunity deal?
Yeah, man.
Who is the only Survivor to have attended and survived every single tribal council?
Denise.
Yes. Which castaway gave his hidden immunity idol to a member of the opposing tribe?
JT.
What is the title of the Survivor theme song?
Ancient Voices.
Finish the line. It's not an idol. It's a fucking...
Stick.
Who is widely regarded as the greatest Survivor player to ever win? Never win.
Sari.
Correct. What is the name of a European show that Survivor is based on?
I know it, but I can't. Swiss. No, something. I don't know.
Expedition Robinson.
Thank
What
you. I was like
season-
Swiss Family Robinson, but no.
What season first introduced the hidden immunity idol?
Guatemala.
Who is the only person to be first person eliminated twice?
Francesca.
Survivor didn't always air on Wednesdays. How many aired on Thursdays?
How many? Oh, I don't know how many.
19.
37.
37.
I don't know.
Who is the only Survivor to have been on both the fans tribe and the favorites tribe?
Eric Reichenbach.
How did Brandon Hance get eliminated? And Survivor Karen Moment. Is that the timer?
That was the timer.
You did good.
I don't know if that made the show, did it?
Oh my god.
Well, okay. Well,
I don't know if I was supposed to say that. Oops.
We don't
I
have
am
that.
actually going to go into our show for the first time. I am going to put a beep over that answer.
You're
My
gonna
bad.
edit CJ.
I am going to edit our podcast.
Yeah, because you want to make. If there's a winners at war
I
too,
am
you want to
going
make sure
edit.
your name gets back on.
What?
I mean, why did I don't remember? I remember people
I meant-
telling me what happened,
I
and
said,
that's
how
what
did
happened.
he get? How was his elimination different? And you
Oh shit.
stop! I'm gonna have to keep beeping.
I'm bad at keeping secrets. I'm sorry.
No, this is tea. I love it.
Okay, yeah. For the first time in the history of this show, I'm gonna have to beep something because if you don't think you can say it, I'm going to beep it. Whew. Okay. Switching gears, no longer Survivor, talking about the holidays. Oh, I don't know now. Holidays.
Holidays.
Holiday fiery questions.
No, we're just gonna like what is your holiday traditions? What do you do?
Oh.
Like
I love the holidays. We are insane. I mean, we are like
day
it's
after
ridiculous.
Halloween set up for Christmas insane?
No, I mean we.
We're
Okay.
not camera around the Christmas trees there. No, I'm kidding.
We're starting to pull stuff out, but like we're not putting it up yet. It's a process because we have like 2 big trees, but then we also have like 3 medium-sized trees. And then so like the whole house is obviously decorated. It's ridiculous. One is all Disney, one is Harry Potter, One is like dinosaurs. One is just random fun stuff. And then we have a few different Christmas villages. Like one is,
I have to see pictures of this when it's done.
it's beautiful. It's really pretty.
So
One is like a
use my
Funko
TikTok.
Christmas village. One is a Harry Potter Christmas village. One is a Disney Christmas village. I put up like the entire Disney World around the tree. Like we're talking like the Epcot ball and the castle and like the monorail. I mean, like it's freaking beautiful. And then
you know who would love him, Chrissy? Ian.
Yep.
we have
Ian would love him. He is obsessed with Disney.
one of our favorite traditions is advent calendars. So we will buy all sorts of really crazy advent calendars. We're talking like maybe anywhere between like 15 and 25. And so every
Not
morning,
just chocolate, like actual
No,
like
no, no,
advent
no.
calendars have like toys and stuff in them.
stuff. Yeah. So like one of them this year is a rubber duck one. One is a Disney one. One is a Harry Potter one. One is
They got
a
Disney.
dinosaur one. One is like a little animal one. One of them is a gemstone one. Socks, like all sorts of stuff. One is an Encanto one. Like there's just
No. It was just
it's
David.
fun. We like go kind of crazy.
So what I'm
yes.
expecting you to do is to do what I did with my TikTok in the very beginning and throw like a little Christmas ornament and then back out, shake the camera, and then boom, Christmas. Like I want to see this. I love Christmas.
Yes. Christmas is the best. I won't lie. I love Christmas. It's just magical.
Christmas rocks.
Do you do, Chrissy, if you have any holiday questions, do you do anything like food wise? Like what's your favorite food?
What?
What's your favorite food? Like to like Christmas dinner, Christmas food. Like what are you like, if you were to do a Christmas dinner, what would you want?
Well, I can't cook. Like I don't cook anything.
Okay.
So I will eat anything that is prepared and I'm grateful for it.
Answer. I like it.
Like,
Here we go. Green bean
I
casserole.
literally can't cook anything. So like I will eat. Oh, did you say green bean casserole?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, wait. This is last holiday we asked Tiffany Mitchell if she liked green bean casserole and she was like disgusted by it. So
No, my sister makes a great green bean casserole. I love it.
we got the opposite.
He stopped mid-sentence. Wait a minute. Did you just say
Like-
green bean
Yeah, because
casserole?
I love it and it's yummy and it's got the little crunchies in it. Yeah, I love it. But honestly, like the way I look at it is if I'm not the one cooking and someone put all that time and effort into it, and I have no place to bitch about it.
That's fair.
Shove that baked potato roll in your mouth and just keep on moving.
Does your husband cook?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Is he a good cook?
Yeah.
You don't have to say if he's not.
No, I mean I think he's a great cook.
Everything.
Like he's he'll
My husband pretty
makes
good.
us dinner almost every night, and I think that's just a beautiful thing. Because like sometimes I'll be like, I'll just get takeout because I know you've had a long day, but I can't cook for you, so we'll go get something.
We'll have someone else do the cooking tonight. Like when I went over to her, she said her husband's really good. When I went to her house, he cooked a full on like this big meal, and she goes, "You never do this." Like,
Yeah, he doesn't do it that much, but like when he's got the time, like it's good. It's very
Chris,
good.
do you have any holiday questions? This is a holiday themed episode. I had to throw in some questions about holidays because, like,
I'll just ask, do you have a favorite Christmas movie or like
Hmm.
entertainment type thing?
Oh man. Okay, so this is
that
so
was a
good.
rapid fire question.
This is so good, but I love
Sorry.
me and Jess have another tradition where we will Christmas Eve night watch the Glee Christmas episodes.
Yeah. Oh, you're a Gleek. Oh my God. Obsessed.
Yes. So that I just love Christmas movies. I don't care how cheesy they are. Like it can be cheesy and magical. I also love Gremlins, and that is a Christmas movie, but it's
Solid choice.
spooky.
Yeah. There's a movie on there's a trilogy on Netflix. And no, it's not the one with Vanessa Hudgens. It's the girl from iZombie. It's like the Christmas Prince I think is what it's called.
Oh yeah.
And then you need to watch it. It's like Christmas Prince, a Christmas Prince, a Royal Wedding, a Christmas Prince, a Royal Baby.
Okay.
It's
I'll watch
like,
those this year. I haven't seen them though.
Same.
They're
I
so
saw
good.
them.
okay, I was homesick for like a week and not like this is like 2 years ago. And all I did was binge watch Christmas movies in the middle of like June. Oh no, I wasn't sick. I was quarantined because of COVID. Like everything was shut down.
Oh yeah, like the early days of the bid.
That was the worst.
So we do have some. We do have some. We
Are you
we
doing
have
fiery
this section of the
questions?
show we like to call fiery question. And now we're doing it with Todd Herzog, and there's a flame in his nose. So
Oh my god, there literally is.
they're fiery questions. They're not rapid fire. You can. He's like trying to catch the flame. Hold on. Ready? Okay, ready? Try to catch it. Go. Oh, he did it.
You really did.
All right. So these are not rapid fire. They're just fiery questions. They're just questions that are based on holiday theme, just to get to know you a little bit more and your love for the holidays.
Okay.
Besides what you already told us, what is with your family a favorite holiday tradition?
Taking the train to Salt Lake City to go Christmas shopping together.
Aww.
Every year?
Hmm?
Dang.
Yeah.
I like that. Oh,
It's cute.
Makes me want to go to New York now. Anyway.
Name something about Christmas that most people like, but you dislike with a burning passion.
Snow. I hate it. I love looking at it. I think it's beautiful, but it snowed here today, and I hate it. It's cold. And it's
You're in Utah, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
I see. As a teacher, snow used to be like really exciting, but now since the pandemic, like snow days are gone. Like we don't we'll teach on Zoom, or we have to make up those hours doing something else. So it's like not even. You know what I mean? Like even for the kids, like it used to be exciting. Now it's just like
I think it's beautiful, and I am okay with it in like towards Christmas, but I don't like driving in it. I don't like walking through it. I don't like shoveling the driveway. I don't like cleaning my car, and then the bottoms of your jeans get all wet, and I just don't like it. It's not magical. I don't ski. I don't snowboard, so that it does nothing for me. So yeah, snow.
What's one gift you wanted as a child but you never got? And don't say a boyfriend, because you got that. You got a husband.
As a child?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was a pretty simple kid. Like 1 year I wanted a bike. I got a bike. 1 year I wanted a dinosaur. There was never anything elaborate or crazy that I've never been a demanding list person when it comes to Christmas. So I don't think I have an answer for that.
My mom's gonna love this. 1 year she gave me a Christmas catalog. She threw it down. She goes, "Tell me what you want." And I go, "I want this wrapping paper." I literally wrote wrapping paper on the list. She goes, "No, look for the toys." And I go, "Oh, well, I mean, you didn't give me specific instructions on what I'm supposed to do with this catalog. You just said, oh, that's what she should have done. I was gay." Oh, okay. Different time for a different subject. What is a Christmas song that makes you cringe?
That makes me cringe. What is it? I can't think of how it goes. It's like it's just a bunch of noise. It's not like a song. It's like
are you talking about like the
No, I love that one. I love that one. But there's one that's like
a Charlie Brown.
Merry Christmas, but I think I'll miss this one this year. Merry Christmas, Merry
yeah.
Christmas. But I don't even like. It depends on who's singing that one. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it was on Glee. That's not.
Yeah, it was on Glee.
Apparently, I'm not a Gleek or a Gleek. No,
I don't know. I don't because I love Christmas music too. So I don't know.
We'll get back. Whenever you figure it out, just let me know, and then I'll just put it out there. If you could design your own ugly Christmas sweater, what would it look like?
Oh my goodness. I would probably Well, it would probably have a dinosaur on it, and it would probably have a like me riding on the Triceratops back, but I would have a Santa hat, and the Triceratops horns would be decorated with Christmas lights, but they would really work. And then, yeah, I think that would work.
Share one vivid Christmas memory, good or bad.
Vivid.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh man,
These are good. I actually do really good on these. I like
He's
these.
like, well, I brought home my $1 million.
That was
And a week
That's a good
before.
one.
I mean, that's a
Um,
good Christmas memory.
I think so. I'm the oldest of 5 kids, and I was 11. And so we had just had, like, my brother and sister were 1, they're the babies. And so we had woken up for Christmas, but then, like, going down the stairs, my dad would put us in line from youngest to oldest. So my little sisters each held one of the twins, and I stood in the back, and we had to go down the stairs one at a time. And he'd be like, "Oh, I don't think anything was left for you. Oh, I don't know."
Oh.
And so, like, that was probably one of the best.
If you were Santa Claus, what type of cookie would you want to be left out for you on Christmas Eve?
All of them. Yes.
It was
My answer is yes.
oh.
I don't want sugar cookies though, like those ones that like taste like chalk. I don't want that garbage. That's just like.
Do you like the ones with the little? Do you like those like like there's like little snowflakes that have like the little red like cherry like in the center? You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, I'll eat it, but I prefer like chocolate.
Oh, okay. Chocolate chip.
Like, but like not just chocolate chip, but also like I can have like the hard sugar. Those are delightful. Or like the one-eyed Susan things, I think is what they're called. Or like the no-bake cookies. I mean, like I just love sweets.
Oh, no-bake cookie.
So this next one, we have 2 more. This next one's for Todd, and the last one's for both of you. There are 3 layers in a cake. Okay, which flavors would you pick? They don't have to taste good together. But what 3 flavors would you pick?
I actually don't like cake. Yeah,
it's more and more common. I'm meeting more and more people that
it's my least favorite food is cake and cucumbers and olives. I hate cake. It's like eating a sponge that tastes like something. And I don't know what happened to me as a child. I don't know if I ate a sponge thinking it was cake. I don't know, but I can't eat cake. It makes me want to throw up.
I hope my cousin doesn't get upset that I say this, but it could be something like that because my cousin, he was force-fed to eat chicken pot pie. What? And now he like even the sight of it just makes him like want to throw up.
It's a very odd thing. I know. I mean, cake. So like even as a 8, 9, 10-year-old, I would always ask for a cookie cake or brownies for my birthday because I can't eat cake. It makes me want to throw up.
We'll do this. We'll change this question.
Okay.
There are 3 different colors on your cookie cake. What 3 colors would you like on your cookie cake?
Red, black, gold.
He loves his black. I already knew that one.
I always wear black. I don't.
When I asked you about the CJ on edited hoodies, bear in mind you're the only person in this round that is going to get black because we discontinued the black. But I knew you were going to say black. So I knew that. I love that.
Black. I don't know. So I was different before. So I used to be all about like the colors and the crazy. But then I went to hair school. And in hair school, we were only allowed to wear black, white, and gray. Mm-hmm. And now after hair school, anytime I wear color of any sort, I don't feel right. It's sad, kind of. I mean, like I can wear an accented colored hat, like this brown, like it's ridiculous. I don't know.
Majority of your wardrobe is all black, huh?
Yeah, black. Everything's black. Maybe like a splash of a red stripe. I don't know. It's ridiculous.
The only time I feel like there's color is on the holiday, like, except I'm probably wrong. There's probably no color on the holiday when you wear it.
It's all black.
This last question is for both of you. Todd, you'll go first. the true meaning of Christmas is blank.
Family. I mean, it's all about my family and my love for like them and their love for me. I don't know. It's the time I get to be with everybody, and it's just perfect.
Chrissy?
See, the Christian in me wants to say Jesus, but God is love. So let's go love.
Okay.
The true meaning of Christmas is love.
I believe
love
that
it.
I
Which
see.
relates to family and presents, and if you're religious, into that, and then that transcends everything.
I say in mine is the true meaning of Christmas is magic.
I
Because
think
it's
all three
around.
of them are like intertwined.
Mhm.
Magic, love,
Yeah.
family, like it's all one thing.
We have this saying in my family that if you don't believe, you don't receive, and it's because we have so many nieces and nephews. And I'm 27 years old, and I'm still proud to say that I believe in Santa Claus.
Amazing.
But this has been Fiery Questions with Todd.
He just stopped.
I should have done Blue Flames, but I didn't think about it. This was fun. I'm glad we had you on.
This was fun. I'm glad you had me on too.
It's a nice little. Now you see why we do it. It's a nice little break from the hustle and bustle of your life, and you just for an hour and a half, 2 hours of our days, or of our weeks, we just get to sit and goof around, and we do this stuff. You should watch some of our episodes. Our crazy news reports are the best.
The crazy news reports are fun.
You just have to send me okay, Chrissy, you were not here for it. Like I am really bad at technology. Like really, really, really bad at it. So like I won't know where to find anything that anybody wants me to watch unless I'm literally sent it and said, click on this.
I mean, he did ask me about StreamYard. He goes, do I have to download something? I said, oh, no, it's just the link.
No, you just show up. Yeah. No, wait, do you have like Instagram?
I have Instagram.
Okay.
So I have Instagram and Facebook. I did create a Twitter once upon a time, but I don't use it.
Instagram.
Okay, we add you on Instagram.
Yeah. I'm just not super good at techie stuff. I make pops for a living. I'm a very physical, creative mind like that. I wish I was like creative with the tech world. I just can't. I'm old. I don't know.
Chrissy, there's Facebook. If you guys want a pop like I have of Gavin, which by the way, this was the best birthday present I have ever received in my life. You did so good.
Thank you.
He literally said something about like, oh, this is really cool. Like when I guess you posted this before I got it, and I saw it and I went, oh, I like that. I want to get one for myself. And then my friend Jackson literally handed it to me, and I go, holy shit, this is mine. Like this is the one I saw.
Yes.
And then I told Gavin, me and Gavin talk a lot, and I was like, yeah, I got this. He goes, I was wondering who got that. And he goes, I had a feeling that it was you.
I've made a few Gavins, but that one right there is my favorite Gavin as well.
I love it. It sits right here. It sits right here on my desk. It's never moved.
It's a good one.
If you guys want a Funko Pop like Chrissy has, Chrissy, I don't even want you to try to pick it up because there's.
All right, I was following Todd. Okay.
Like your little Todd. Were they all put together when you was it? Are they all stationed?
So they've got a glue that is basically meant to be removable.
Oh, okay.
So that she could reposition them if she wanted to easily.
James is pretty sturdy, like on the structure here.
So,
I think I'm.
But if you do want to glue it down, just put some hot glue or super glue down. It'll fix it.
Thank you so much. This is so cool.
But yeah, I'll make anybody a pop of anything they want. I've made over 2,300 now.
I will have to say your Taylor Swift Evermore pop.
That's a popular one.
Was very good, and now I kind of want a Taylor Swift Midnight's pop.
I'm waiting for someone to order one that isn't Evermore. There's been like 4 or 5 Evermore ones, but I'm like, you can get a different version. You just have to ask. But I think people are afraid to try something new. But it's
I straight up just went, can you do this? I think this would be a good get. And Chrissy, I'm going to tell you this right now. We've been planning this since, was it June? I think when I first reached out to you. So I've known that Todd has been
You
I
locked
know
me
that Todd's been
down
a guest
so
since
early.
June. It was right after Gavin gave me his, like a couple months, and I was like, "Is this something I could do?"
Was that before or after the Brent Champagne interview was done?
That was way before. That was.
That's wild.
I
Regardless.
want to say I interviewed Brent after I asked Todd to be on the holiday episode. So,
Who?
Brent Champagne from Big Brother.
Oh yes, I know what you're talking about.
We had him on. It was fun. Interviewed him. He's hanging up on my wall right here.
Embarrassing.
He's a character. He was shady. He was shading me the whole time. He's nice though.
We all love a shady. We all love a. Unless I'm a better term, we all love a shady bitch. Anyway, listen. Even Jeff Probst is shady. Even during episodes of Survivor, he's shady.
Yes.
What do you mean? Talking about like talking trash on other people? Yeah. Like
Yeah. I'm just.
This
there's
is
a
what I'm
whole
saying is-
montage on YouTube of him just like being shady as hell, like during tribal councils and.
There was a season. I don't remember what episode it was or what season it was. I think it was Edge of Extinction. He was like calling out every other person that was doing so well on the challenge. And I believe it was Victoria. She goes, "Jeff, I'm still in this game. Like I haven't been eliminated yet." And he goes, "Victoria, you're doing so well," even though she was not.
Remember when Jonathan Penner was just like, "Shut up, Probst." He's like yelling back at him. That was the best.
Courtney would always yell at Jeff too.
Oh yeah.
Shut up, Jeff.
She said, "Thank you, Jeffrey."
Yes. Oh, freaking Jeff.
But Todd, you are more than welcome to stay as we wrap this up. There's really not that much more we have left. If Chrissy has any questions afterwards, if you're okay with her asking, that's not on here.
I just really have to pee.
Oh, well, go pee.
But I actually do. I have to go back to work.
Okay. Well, we will let
Thank
you
you
go.
so much for coming.
Thank you so much for
Of
coming
course.
on.
Thank you for having
You
me.
guys wanna follow him again. His Instagram is at Todd Herzog. Facebook, Todd Herzog. Man, look at this. Todd's Pop Shop at gmail.com if you want to pop. I will be reaching out to him for some pops.
I might go
but
buy a pop.
Todd, thank you so much for coming on. It's been
Yes,
an honor.
honestly,
and we will
like it's always a pleasure talking to fellow super fans or fellow Survivor nerds. Like I love it. I think you guys are awesome. I mean,
If you get really bored and you want to watch Survivor Philly, I'll send you the link.
so wait,
YouTube
who
series.
runs that?
Well, the like guy in charge is named Alex Gardner.
I'm just wondering if I've talked to him or not before, because there's Survivor Brooklyn and Survivor Philly and Survivors.
I know
What's
of
up?
Survivor Brooklyn. I didn't play that though.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can always
I
send me the
played
link.
Survivor and one other, or Philly and one other one that I don't talk about because it didn't go well.
if you ever feel
Yeah,
like
so, I
coming
mean,
back on
if
our
you guys want me
show,
to watch something, send it to me, and I will watch it when I can.
So
we
cool.
know what?
Thank
Because I
you.
can't. Like I
we need
said,
to have Todd back when we do a Survivor draft so he can be a part of our Survivor drafts.
yeah.
That would be
I mean,
so
I love that
cool.
because I am in a draft right now, and I had Gio, and
I had
also
Gio
have
and Justine. Those were my draft picks.
Gio and Ryan, and so I'm like, whoa, I can't. Like, I'm out. So
Yeah.
Oh, we do like full on. Like, there's 3 of us, and there's a cast of 18. We each get 6 players, and then yeah. So
if money's
we'll
involved,
let
I'm
you
down.
go. We'll let you get back to work. Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
so
coming
much.
on. It's been an honor.
Thank you
much
guys.
love. Happy holidays.
Yes, happy holidays to you too. Sending
Have
all the
a good
love.
night.
Good night.
what
I'm
you're
gonna
gonna
X
do-
out, but
At the
What?
bottom of this thing, there's this thing that says "Leave Studio." That's how you get out.
that's I see it. I was like, I'm just gonna close it out.
He
I
was
hope
looking
it
around.
works.
That too. See you, Todd.
Okay. Bye.
Oh, my bad. Bye. I deleted Chrissy from the screen.
Oh my god, I love him. What an icon.
He was not tech savvy. I was like, "There's a way to exit. Just you gotta leave."
He was looking for it. He's like, how do I exit? Oh, that was
Did
amazing.
you love this special guest?
That was probably my favorite interview. Yeah, because that's my
The
favorite
fact-
season. One of my favorite winners. Just
fact that the
very
first time-
personable.
In the history of this show, I've had to beep something out because he was legally not allowed to say it.
I don't know if he like wasn't. I don't know.
He was. I don't think I.
Let's
You know
just,
what?
let's
he was
just
making
do
a
it
lot-
just in case there's like a Winners at War 2 and we don't want him to like fuck up
Yeah.
the contract. Like, yeah.
So guys, I have a very special announcement. Chrissy doesn't even know this. So we will be back for a season 4 sometime in February. But I am very excited to announce that CJ on Edison. What?
Who the fuck are
CJ
they?
Unedited season 4 will be presented by Birkin Brewing Company, straight out of Warrensburg, Missouri, here in Warrensburg, where I live. They are our our presenters. They're not our sponsors. It's just presented by.
What does that
So
mean?
we're not getting anything out of it. They are the person that when I'll be saying what are we drinking tonight, I will always be drinking a Birkin Brewing Company coffee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can't get their coffee though, can I? Too far.
No,
away.
you haven't. You've never been to St. Louis. You've never been to Kansas City or Warrensburg.
I won't be able to get it.
No.
Well, I can just live vicariously through you.
Yes, and you know what? You never know. If you ever come to visit, we could always get it. So, guys, a couple of things I want to say is, so Birkin Brewing Company is a botanically inspired coffee camper, brewed and planted in Warrensburg, Missouri, which is where I live, specializing in eats and drinks you'll enjoy in a variety of plants and flowers you'll love. Woman-owned and operated.
Beans.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that last part?
Mm-hmm.
Women owned and operated. And then join us on their Instagram at Birkin Brewing Co. So that's right. Season Unedited podcast season 4 presented by Birkin Brewing Company. You love to see it. 4 seasons in, and we finally have a presenter.
So does that mean like okay? So they know that that you're gonna be drinking their coffee. Are they gonna like advertise their podcast?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So we're excited about
Okay,
that.
Birkin. What are they called?
Birkin Brewing Company. You can find them on
Birkin
Instagram.
Brewing Company. Ooh.
You can find them on Instagram at Birkin Brewing Co. Yeah. Chrissy, is there any holiday things that you have going on that you're excited about before we wrap this up?
What am I doing? I'm going on the railroad in Wilmington to see, or it might have happened by the time this airs, but I'm going to see all the Christmas lights in Wilmington, and Santa will be on the railroad, and I have a Pollyanna I do every year with my family. And that's all that I know about right now.
What you can't see right now is Nova is watching you speak right now.
Hi, boy. And I want to get a Ranger Suarez Phillies jersey for Christmas. So, hi, King. What are you doing?
My plans are to go home. My dad's having his second knee surgery. And the other knee, so I'll be home for about 18 days visiting family. I get to spend Christmas at home for the first time in a very long time.
Oh.
So this is gonna come out after it's over, but Thanksgiving will be the first time in like 9 years that the entire family is together. So that's something that I just got to do. I'm gonna spend Thanksgiving with my entire family. Yeah.
So cool.
Chrissy, we're done. The holiday bonus episode is over. I hope you loved your gift.
Oh, thank you so much. I absolutely love it.
The fact that we're all wearing podcast hoodies. And are you ready to get this? All of those buffs are from Survivor China season.
I was gonna say yours looks like the Fei Long buff. Mine looks like, not Fei Long. Yours looks like the Zhan Hu. That's the other tribe, I think. Buff.
Yours
Mine
is Fei
looks
Long, and then his is the Merge tribe.
Is his the Merge? Okay. Oh yeah. This is like, I forget what the name was, but
so
very, very cool. Kind of want to get another one.
Chrissy, let's go through our handles. Let's call this episode good and let these merry people get on with their holiday festivities. What is your Insta?
You can follow me at CRoss. Sorry, I'm tired. CRossMac_4. At Kalu, you can follow Kalua at Kalua_Pop410.
You guys can follow me at Jay Hanton. Been posting a lot more recently. Been posting about our podcast, So if you want to follow our podcast, it's at CJ Unedited Podcast. I was gonna say I was about to post the next show is what day, but we don't have a date set. We will be looking for that in a couple of in the coming weeks. Also, we have some exciting news coming up in the exciting weeks. Chrissy knows what I'm talking about. We cannot talk about it yet, but we have some exciting news coming down the pipeline. Thank you guys for watching this 1 hour and 43-minute show. Thank you to Todd. Let's run through his handles. Instagram, Todd Herzog. Facebook, Todd Herzog. Get a Funko Pop. They're amazing. Chrissy, show yours.
Show you my whole group here. It's all. Hold on, Todd. I'm sorry, Todd. All of us
Tyler's flying
at Tribal Council. We voted
so
off.
guys, thank you so much. It's been fun. It's been real. Always remember to. Wow, freak! I gotta start over. Until next time, be young, be inspired, drink, even if it is just water.
The water's gone.
Until next time, remember to live your life 100%
Unedited.
unedited. Good night.
Right.